Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Teresa. I'm a surface pattern designer and watercolor artist. When I first started with watercolors, I purchased a kit, which I'm sure most of you did as well. It's so easy to just purchase a collection of watercolors all in one little box, and you try it out, and then I fell in love with it, and I really wanted more colors and I wanted to try different brands. And so what did I do? I went on YouTube and looked at all my favorite artists and wrote down all their favorite colors, and I started purchasing them. Then guess what happened? I realized that some of them were not my favorite colors. You know, when you watch someone on YouTube and they really have colors that they love, those colors go with the colors that they like, and it looks beautiful. But then I would put that random color in with the colors that I really enjoy, and they just didn't work well together. So I ended up purchasing a lot of tube paints that, I really had trouble using because I just didn't like the way they looked in my artwork. So I have this tip for you that not enough people talk about, I feel like. I wish they did. I would have saved so much money if someone had just told me about this in the beginning. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It's a dot sheet. Now, let me explain why this is so powerful. First, every big company anyway has their own dot sheet. So this one's Daniel Smith's, which I've always wanted to try on. And it took me at least 2 years of painting with watercolors to realize just what dot sheets are for. So this is their catalog of all their colors, and it gives you their pigment information, which we'll talk more about in a minute, and the standard color code that every company uses so you can tell exactly which color you're getting regardless of what that company has named it, because they all like to name them their own fun colors. Here you have the ones that are on this dot kit. So this is 66 colors here. And they kind of go through, how to do it. Wet your brush, then apply it to the dot, and then paint with it. Now this one is divided into Daniel Smith's Primatech colors, which are authentic mineral colors. Then they have their quinacridone here, and then a few other non-quinacridone like raw sienna light. They got a couple of those in here. And then their luminescent colors. Now dot sheets can be designed any way you can think of. The different brands do them differently. This little guide is very helpful because you can look up the number or the color and kind of pick and choose in your little painting. I like to cut several small canvases and paint something like potted plants or small landscapes or things like that, just to get a feel for each color. I've found colors that I love that I might not have tried otherwise. And I have found some colors that I thought I was really going to like that really turned out not quite as I expected. So that's why these sheets are so useful. I really have a lot of fun with these little dot cards. I could have saved a lot of money in the beginning had I known about these dot cards. So here are the things that I painted with this dot sheet so far. And I can already tell that there are a lot of these colors that I already have, or at least something similar to them. I can double check with the color code, but even if the color codes don't match, I know that there are several that I have so similar that I would not want to buy them again. But when I run out of that color, I may pick one of Daniel Smith's colors to replace it with, just to try out some different things. I can tell that I love these two blues, and I'm probably going to purchase those. And the rest of these, I think, I probably have something similar. I will continue to paint with these and try them out and see if there are other colors that I want to go ahead and purchase, or maybe later. Well, let me just point out one more thing about these cards. They give you all the information that you really need about these colors. For instance, they'll tell you, there's little codes under here that tell you the light fastness rating, whether they're staining or non-staining, whether they're granulating, their transparency rating, and for Daniel Smith, their Primatech series information, whether they're part of that or not. And so Daniel Smith separates a lot of their colors into various series, and it will tell you the series number on here too. Now, if you want to know the color code, the standardized color code, that's when you refer to this sheet that has all their colors on it. And it will tell you right here, the PB, I think that says 202 or PR 202, you know, it tells you all that. And if it's made up of numerous pigments, it will tell you those, like this one, the Deep Sap Green is made up of PO48, PY3, and PB27, so that you know exactly what you're getting as compared to other brand colors. And see, this sheet is their general colors right here, and then on the back, they give you their Primatech colors and their luminescent colors, and then over here, they even give you the gouache color chart. And then there's a little chart here for open stock half pans, if you want that information. So this is extremely useful when you're trying to decide which colors you want to purchase, or if you even want to purchase any of them. Since we've been talking about avoiding purchasing colors that you don't like, let's just talk very quickly about what do you do if you do purchase a color that you end up not liking? Well, we don't want to waste that pigment. So the easy thing to do is mix it with other colors to make a color that you do like. So here I am using Hooker's Green in every one of these mixes because, little confession and a very unpopular opinion, but I'm not real crazy about Hooker's Green. I see it in other artists' work and I love it. It looks great in their work, but whenever I try to use it, it just looks off. So I mix it with other colors so that I can use it. I'm not going to waste that pigment. So all of these that you see right here on this swatch card are made with Hooker's Green. So that's another option for you if you do purchase something you don't like. Now, a lot of artists, they only purchase anywhere from like 5 to 10 colors. So the primary colors plus a few, and that varies from artist to artist. And they just mix their own colors all the time. But I think it's fun to buy pre-mixed pigments, you know, and that's a personal preference. So if you're like me and you want to buy pre-mixed colors, then that's an option for you if you purchase a few that you end up not liking. Well, I hope you found that useful. I will put links down below to some of the dot sheets that I know about and I was able to find online for you. And I hope I've saved you some money and some frustration in finding the colors that really speak to you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.